I have got a PhD in life. I'm spending my whole weekend in my pajamas and I'm not doing shit. You don't pay my bills or suck my dick. So like, what do I care what some random person on the internet thinks of me? And new year, new me, you gotta have some fun. God, Tim, everything you touch just like is amazing. And I want to tell that person, no the fuck it's not. I'm only trying to make one fucking person happy, and that's Tim Castleman.
Oh, Jesus. It's Tim Castleman, and it's time for another Tim Talks episode. What's up, everybody? I have made it. I have arrived at the pinnacle, if you will, of the crescendo. I'm using all the big words today, ladies and gentlemen, because I am here in beautiful, not Key West, Florida. Am I close to Key West, Florida? Absolutely. Can you hear Zoe begging to go outside and play with all the other dogs and wildlife around here? 100%. Am I afraid that she's going to get taken down by a crocodile just because we're in the state of Florida? Also 100%. Am I going to let her go out and see the wild world? Yes. As I clutch her like pearls close to my side. Now, doing a little different mic setup this time. Got my Zoom H1N, just using it as a regular microphone, trying to see how that works. You know, this is a work in progress, folks. If you don't like it, I'm sorry. We're doing the best we can, all right? If someone wants to build me a mobile podcast studio, I would be all about that. Unfortunately, until that time happens, you get me sitting in, my parents' trailer here in the Keys, babbling about how I made it after a 1,800-mile journey in 2 days. Yes, 2 days. Why did that happen? Well, Colton Moore and the Clever Few came to Blue Light. I'd never seen Colton Moore. I fangirl over Colton real hard, and as a result of that, when he came to play one show out of 4 for the entire year, I said, I can't miss it. But to do that, I had to drive and get the old Iron Ass Award. Now, you're going, well, Tim, that's not too bad. 1,700 miles as I sneeze right into the microphone. Not going to happen. I'm just going to keep talking, and hopefully it won't come. Excuse me. Gesundheit. Auf Wiedersehen. I don't even know what any of those words meant, right? Hopefully I didn't just, show my support to Hitler some way. Anyway. Where do we fucking begin? So I make the drive. You guys caught up on the last podcast, stopped in Tyler, Texas. Saw people doing van life, not because they wanted to, not because it was cool, fun, the young, hip millennial thing, because it was the one step before homelessness. Got scared, but I said, I've got to press on. I got to keep going. And keep on going, I did. Did the vehicle almost run out of oil? And did I almost blow the engine? Possibly. I don't know. Did I have to stop at some random truck stop that just happened to have a random gas station that just happened to have the same oil I needed and be able to pour some in, and then things seemed to go better? Yes, I did. Did I try to take a shower today and not only find that the water line after 1,700 miles had vibrated loose and sprayed water all over the bottom of the RV? Not a good thing, by the way. But also, my pilot light has gone out, which is not a problem, except I like warm showers. Also, in addition to warm showers, the other thing I like is heat, right? Which is also warm showers, you dumbass, Tim. Yeah. But I don't have a lighter. So I had to go get that. Luckily they got a little marina shop that's oh so affordable. I think I paid $16 for some headache medicine and a lighter that had a little extender on it so that I wouldn't blow myself up trying to light the pilot light when I decide that I am all that is man, because I fixed the engine issue, I fixed the water issue, now I'm going to fix the pilot light issue. I may just rebuild this whole RV frame while I'm down here. And hanging out and just tear it limb from limb and just gut it and start all over. That's absolutely not going to happen. There's no fucking way. Although it does have a nice 80s motif as I look. It's gold, it's something your parents bought like in the early 90s or late 80s. It's got gold motif, gold lettering. Grandma would be super, super duper proud of it. That's all I can say. First day here in the Keys. What am I here for? I'll finally tell you. Here for Mile Zero Fest. You can do the Google search and check it out. It's a music festival. It goes from today, which is Tuesday, all the way through Sunday. Now, in case you're not familiar, this is first time listening, let me share a few things with you. Your boy, Timmy C, is a little bit of a Jew, right? A little bit of a Jew, right? When it comes to spending money. I've got it, but I like to keep it. I don't like to spend it. I don't know why. I think it's a scarcity mindset. Not a scarcity mindset so much as like a safety thing. Like every dollar I don't spend is a dollar I save. And when a rainy day fund happens, like your wife leaves you and your staff leaves you and you get found guilty of a lawsuit that you didn't even get a chance to present your side, and they raid $60,000 out of your business account before the actual trial date and take your personal property. Hopefully you've got 2 nickels. Actually, spoiler alert, I have 3. That's right, I have 15 cents that I'm rubbing together trying to stay warm here. So I decided, well, I could fly to Key West or I could drive, because driving 1,700 miles one way, what could possibly go wrong with that? Well, when you get 10 miles to the gallon and you drive 1,700 miles and gas is about $3.15 per gallon, I'll let you do the non-consumer friendly math. And by the way, that's only to get here. That's not even going back. So I'm going to drop about $1,000 just in gas, but that's okay, right? Because instead of staying at a fancy hotel for $250 a night in Key West, I decided I'm going to stay 20 minutes away on a different island, literally, and I'm going to save my money by only paying $125 a night. Now, Tim, what do you get for $125 here? Do you get a concrete slab? Yes. Do you get full hookups? Yes. Do you get Wi-Fi? No. Do you get cable satellite? No. Do you get anything for the $107 registration fee that you pay? No. I think you notice a trend here, right? Everybody's got to get paid. The homeowner's got to get paid the $125 to stay here. Then the $75 booking fee goes to the real estate agent that didn't do shit, but allowed me to book it through the internet, which is awesome, right? I went to a website, paid $75 so that I could book a stay here at $125 a night. And then I was like, well, that's fine. I'm here. It's no big deal. I'll just take an Uber. Uber, one way. $69. Wish I was lying to you. So while I'm here, I may just buy a car because I feel like the back and forth through the week will be cheaper of me purchasing a small mid-sized vehicle than it would be actually having to deal with this shit. Now, could I rent a vehicle? Yes. Have I looked into it? Absolutely not. Is there a bus stop? I'm told there is, but I'm also told it stops at like 3 o'clock in the afternoon because everyone here is old. I'm staying in a little, what is this place called? Let me see. Hold on one second, folks. Hold on. I'm staying at Waterfront Keys Realty Inc. I think it's called Welcome to Venture Out. Is that what it's got? Yeah, Venture Out, I guess is what it is. It's got like 623 units here. A lot of them have houses. Some have RVs. A lot of them are just empty slabs that people rent out. They had 147 houses or lots just basically get wiped off the map with the last, I think it was Irma that came through. Whatever last hurricane that came through just took 127 of the 600 just completely out. I'm staying actually at a really great location. It's close to the store. It's close to the ocean. It's close to the pool. You're like, Tim, why would you go to the pool? Well, because I can see the bottom of the pool and I know there's no little sharkies or piranhas or whatever horror movies try to tell us about doing that. So, what's lurking in the water. I've seen Jaws, motherfucker. I'm not going out there. I'm not trying to get fucking ate up by some shark, okay? I'm the Kobe beef of white people, okay? I'm fat. I got marbling, lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of marbling, okay? Haven't done a hard day's work in my life. Soft, supple hands, right? According to my priest and gym teacher. So I'm the Kobe beef of white people, and I know if I go out into that ocean, that Jaws 3, actually I don't know how many Jaws is they made. Whatever the last number Jaws, he's coming back. He's doing the sequel, and he's going to do that by cutting my fat ass in half with his big chompers and be like, hey, he tastes like pork burnt ends and Little Debbie's Hostess cakes. It's the perfect mixture. Right? Instead of Wagyu, where they're like, well, what we do is we grass feed them and then they get massaged every day and we give them apples and beers, right? My version would be like, well, you'll see that he's THC, CBD infused, that he's got a lot of Little Debbie particles upon him. There's a good quotient of butter to fat to lard ratio. And then, right at my core, there's just tiniest little bit of muscle for them to enjoy. So that's why I'm not going in the pool, but what I am going to do is spend the week here trying things out. This is a big experimental trip for me. This is something I would definitely love to do more, where it's like travel, explore the world, and by the world, I mean the United States until COVID comes, its tits, and we can get back to life as we used to know it, which won't ever happen, but, it's nice to dream. In addition to that, it will be interesting to see kind of, what I think of life on the road, how I'm able to balance work and school. Are you going to school, Tim? You know what I mean, work and play, right? Can I go out and have a good time, but still get some work done to where I feel like I'm a professional, productive member of society? Well, how do you do that, Tim? Well, instead of going to the kickoff party tonight that's only got 3 or 4 bands, what I'm doing is I'm going to stay here and get some work done like a real fucking square, because tomorrow at 11 a.m., it's go time, motherfuckers. It's go time, and then from 11 to 11 every single day and night for the next 4 or 5 days will be music until I can't see straight. So I'm really excited about the prospects and possibilities, and looking forward to have a good time. I don't know if I'll come back to this thing yet. Of course, it's hard for me to say since I just got down here. But I will tell you this, man, Florida's beautiful. The Florida women, my God, right? Get on the tenderonis and be like, hey, how you doing? By the way, I shut the AC off so that there's no background noise. I'm sweating as if they found a dime bag on me that's full of, like, heroin. I don't know. Can you say a dime bag for heroin? I don't know. Let's just say they found me with a suitcase full of fentanyl. That's how much I'm sweating right now. Am I having a heart attack? Possibly. Am I just slow roasting this Kobe beef body over the next couple days? You're damn right I am. And more than anything, am I going to just enjoy myself, try to unplug a little bit, but also, I got to be responsible. I got to keep the fires in motion. Met a nice gentleman here who told me basically I got ripped off for the price I paid to rent, and basically what I paid for a week, he'd let me have the whole place, practically for a month. And then he also told me that he works up north. I won't say where he is because, I didn't ask him. But he basically comes down here for 3 months. He's in construction, and he's like, during the coldest months of the year, I think, imagine a place that's got a lot of snow. Aaron Rodgers might play in a place like that. And what he does is when it's real snowy and shitty, he can't do construction. So he just says, I'm not going to be here for these 3 months. And then he comes down to the Keys. He's got a place here, and he just enjoys life. Really nice dude. Seems like what a great way to just say, hey, I know this is a slow time in my life and business, so why don't I go ahead and just go out and try and enjoy my life in a much warmer climate, and then come back to the shitty place that I live when the snow is done, decreased, or gone altogether. Seems to work for him. That seems like something that I would definitely aspire to. I did ask him, by the way, how long it took him to go from like, hey, I'm going to go down for a week to like, hey, I'm coming down like 3 months. He's told me it took him about 5 years to get his business right, to make sure he had his pennies saved so he could be off for 3 months, et cetera, et cetera. Not saying that it can't happen, just probably isn't going to happen overnight. You got to build that foundation. You got to build the money machine. You got to build the lead flow. You got to do all that just so at one point you can shut it off when you want to and say, I'm not going to do shit. I'm just going to hang out here and enjoy my life, right? So I've got tons of music, tons of places to check out. I don't have a vehicle. That fucking sucks. So I'll do it with an electric bike. Definitely think I'm going to have to pick up one of those. Well, Tim, that's good. That'll be good for exercise and shit. Yeah, it's an electric bike. And the reason why it's an electric bike, so it can carry my fat ass 20 miles each way to the Keys. Do I wish I could Amazon it and have it here by tomorrow? 100%. Do I also not have anywhere to store it or hook it up or anything like that? Also 100%. But I'll get it figured out, and I think instead of towing a vehicle with me, I think that's going to be the best solution. Of course, it will suck if and when the weather's terrible, but as long as the weather's not terrible, I can be out riding on the bike and go and, have my backpack full of stuff so I can go get supplies and, live like a real hobo living the life, so to speak. But I think it's important, because for me, this is what I see success as. I love my business. I love my life, but I also love enjoying being able to stop and take long breaks. And by that, I mean several days and unplug, tap into this new experience, which is Mile Zero Fest, take a bunch of photos, even though, I try to get a photo pass here. To be productive, I hit them back in August of last year. They're like, oh, Tim, it's too early. We'll get back to you later. I'm like, great. So, of course, I don't hear anything. So I start hitting her up in January, nothing. Beginning of January, middle of January, end of January, nothing. So, although I don't have a photo pass, I do have a point-and-shoot camera that I think will be pretty good for me to take some photos with And, I'm just going to capture the human experience, which sounds really good. Really good. I want to capture the human experience and the raw emotions of, like, what are you talking about, sir? I don't even know what you're talking about. I got in at 5 a.m. Here. I had Waffle House twice yesterday, which is why I can't shit right, and also why I woke up with a headache, I'm sure. I almost called the little store lady and was like, name your price to bring me the following. She's like, oh, that's not a problem. For $100, I'll bring you some ibuprofen and a lighter, and I forgot to get the shower shoes, so I need to go get some of that. Because with the water leak, I don't really trust me firing up the old water pump in the RV and have my whole thing water soaked again. I don't think that's good long term, and I'd much rather just use the showers that they have here. And because it's a nice place and they do everything they can to keep it up, it's really well maintained. It's beautiful. It's not, we're not doing truck showers here where I'm like, is that herpes and AIDS on the floor that I'm stepping on? Is that what it is? Yeah. Okay, great. So this is kind of a test for me. In a perfect world, I would love it if I could travel, carve out a couple hours on a regular and consistent basis. Notice I didn't say daily, but maybe like once a week, fish out the stuff I need my folks to do, answer some emails, kiss some babies, go, you got everything you need? Great. All right, now I'm out of here, right? And then once I'm gone, I'm fucking gone, and they are working in the background. That's the only way I can see this working. I don't want to do a thing where it's like every day. Like yesterday and the day before, there was no time to work. I drove over 12 hours each single day. There's just absolutely no time to work on top of making that drive and everything like that. So I'm excited to be here in the Keys. I'm excited to see what they have to offer. I'm excited to see a ton of music acts that I could see for much cheaper back home. But I felt like, what the fuck? I've never done this before. Let's go experience a little bit of life. And I also think it's important for me, especially with, you might hear some people walking by because that's how close we are to our neighbors. Like, hey, high five, can you loan me some sugar? Just hand it out through your window. I'll hand it out through mine. We'll be good to go. I think it's important for you to have goals, for you to figure out what it is that success looks like to you. I got friends, they work 12, 15-hour days every day. It's money, 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 right? All those things, man. And that's great if that's what your primary driver and motivation is. My primary driver and motivation is, let's have some money saved up for a rainy day. Let's do what we need to do, but also let's go enjoy this life that we got. We got one, right? I don't want to be all Eminem on you, but we only got one shot to make it here. And I'd hate at the end of my life to be like, I should have gone to Key West. Damn, I really want that bike. I saw a guy that had it. I should just go up to him and be like, hey, would you do me a favor? Would you sell me that bike right now? I'll just PayPal you the money. And although it sounds expensive, I'm pretty sure the $200 a day I'm going to spend on Ubers times 7, I pretty much could pay for the fucking thing just by doing that. Oh, yes, and expectations. So I was like, this sucks. The engine needs oil, and I'm having some water line issues, and I'm having this issue and that issue, and it sucks. And it's like, well, Tim, you're driving a car, but you're also driving a home, and things happen, and shit vibrates on and off, and et cetera, et cetera. And instead of expecting not to have any issues, I think the realistic expectation is to expect to have issues. And then when I don't, then bam, okay, cool. It was a great day instead of a good day. Okay. And I think that might contribute to a little more happiness on my end and a little less like, what the fuck? Because today when the water started gushing from the floor level, I was like, well, that's not right. But I could hear the spray. So I was like, well, so I did a little MacGyver, took this out, took that out, found the spot, tried to, screw everything back together. Of course, that didn't work. Worked on a little bypass issue, got that taken care of. And before you know it, Bob's your uncle, as the kids say. As far as work, I got some photos I need to edit. I got some books I need to read. I got some writing I need to do. Got some recording, obviously, that we're doing here. So going to be a busy and productive week. And hopefully, by the end of this, I will have, not hopefully, regardless, by the end of this, I'm going to have a shit ton of knowledge and know, hey, is this something I want to do more of? And eventually maybe go get my own RV instead of having to use my parents. Is it, what does this mean for me? Or do I go, yeah, hey, that was fun, but next time we're just going to take the jet, and by that I mean Southwest, into the airport, stay there, and enjoy ourselves in Key West versus, having to do a Connect 4 type thing just to, get shit done. It's like, well, if I stay here, I'll save some money. Then I'll take the bus. Then I'll find the Underground Railroad. Then I'll take this metal bike. Then, like all this shit. Wow. Just beautiful. Sorry, I just looked up and just saw the ocean, and it's just gorgeous. Definitely don't have this shit like Lubbock, Texas. I think my days in Lubbock are coming to an end. I feel like within the next few years, I just feel like I got to get out of that place. I mean, I enjoyed my time there. Not really. Met my ex-wife there. Sorry about that. Had to deal with the fucking shitty and corrupt and terrible, incompetent Les Hatch. Judge Les Hatch, right? The less than honorable Judge Les Hatch. And all that other bullshit. But it's just, I don't know, quality of life. I mean, shit's green here. There's this thing called water, and it's not brown. West Texas life has a lot going for it, but scenery and sophistication are not it. They just aren't it. Yeah, it's like, ooh, cool. All right, so you put the mac and cheese in the potato here. That's amazing. Tell me more. Cost of living is great. People, by and large, have been amazing. It's just been an experience. What can I say? It's just absolutely been an experience. So I will report back, probably try and do one more of these before I get out of town. Maybe I'll wake up Sunday and do a quick recap. If not, whenever I get the next chance, I'll try and do a little recap. Appreciate you all listening. If you got questions, feel free to post them below. As always, I'll beg you, your comments are my oxygen. Your likes, your subscribes, all of these things are what keep me going as a person and make me feel better as a man. So if you could just, help me out in some form or fashion by leaving a comment, sharing this video if it's applicable, right? Liking it, subscribing, naming your firstborn child after that, sending me some bomb-ass nudes if you're a hot college-age girl, not a hot college-age guy, or any guy for that matter. You do what you feel necessary and you feel comfortable doing to help love, nurture, and support me and my heart-filled entrepreneurial spirit journey with my dream catcher and my horse whisperer. My intentions, my positive thoughts, my positive mental attitude, my goals, my affirmations. You know what I'm saying. You wrap all that up into one little comment, a like, a subscribe. The world's a better place. Zoe gets to eat for another day. The next time a water issue goes out, I won't be like, oh, shit. I'll be like, hey, you know what? John subscribed. So, yeah, sure, my RV caught fire and, blew up and this and that. But John subscribed. So today was a great day. Make today. That's awesome. Put me on a watch list for sure. Make today a great list. Guys, I'm sober. Stone cold sober. The only thing coursing through my body right now is Excedrin migraine medicine. So I apologize that I have suddenly come down with a stroke mid-conversation and as a result can't form coherent sentences. Make today great for you, or if you can't make it great for you, make it great for somebody else. In a total first world problem, and I guess I'm going to brag on myself and tap myself on the shoulder to just give you as an example to make you feel better about you and make me feel better about me and all of us together and all the good stuff. In a total first world problem, one of my favorite comedians ever, Tom Segura, for the first time ever, is in Lubbock, Texas tonight. And yes, I had a seat for it. Unfortunately, me being in Key West, that's what we like to call in the business, quote unquote, a scheduling conflict. So what did I do? I threw it up on Facebook. I said, hey, someone slide in my DMs. One of my musician buddies told me, basically that Tommy Buns was his favorite comedian, which I share the same sentiment. Bill Burr's my favorite comedian, but Tommy is probably, top 5 for sure. And I say, you know what, man? We'll figure it out when I get back. I don't want the ticket to go to waste. You go do you. And he's like, are you serious? He's like, dude, this means the world to me. Like, and his day was totally made. Now, I don't expect to ever get $1 from that guy. I may get some merch from him and stuff like that. And I'm okay with that because I already spent the money. The ticket was just going to be wasted if we didn't pick it up or someone didn't use it. And more than that, I get to make someone else's day. So I'm not saying you have to go and spend, a couple bucks on a ticket to do that. It may just be a smile or what is happening to this podcast? Hold on, guys. Let me check something real quick. Did I get my period? Hold on. No period. No blood. Okay. Guys, I don't know what's happening. Maybe it's me being in the Florida area. Maybe my estrogen levels are high after being on the road. I don't know what it is, but I'm going to try and go out and chop down a tree and be more manly and gruff and grrr for next time. Thanks for listening. I promise, I don't know shit about fuck, but I enjoy recording this podcast for you guys, sharing a little insight into my world, and hopefully you're enjoying coming along for the journey so we can explore this amazing life together.